Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Relationships in business. Relationships in business. Now, this is just a general thing. Now, people know me for talking about male-female relationships, and that's cool. That's cool. But understand something. When you in business, it's a relationship. Even if it's just a brief cashier customer relationship where they, talk for a few seconds, that's a relationship because you're always dealing with somebody. Now, I talked about business networks and business to business enterprises previously. Those are very important. Understand, those are still relationships. Anytime you interacting with somebody, that's a relationship, however brief. Anything that goes beyond a simple hi, that's a relationship. So when if you're dealing with the business to business aspect, you developing a relationship with any of your customers. I don't care how official you keep it. I don't have to talk about your families or personal lives, but it's a relationship. It's how you interact. And one of the things, though, no matter how professional you keep it, a lot of decisions are made based on the personal relationship. Because let's be real, a lot of times there's competitors. And so if somebody just feel a better relationship, better interaction, and it's just a working relationship with another business, even if you charging less and it's a better deal financially, they might go with the next person. So you got to think about it there, just dealing with it. And then, of course, there's a relationship between you and your customers. It's a relationship between you and your customers. Because a big part of business is repeat customers. How do you interact with them? That's why customer service is very important. All customer service really is maintaining the relationships between the business and the customers. That's why if you notice, if you ever had to call customer service for somebody, in most cases, at least in the smart cases, they'll have somebody who's real pleasant and they make it sound real personable and everything. That's because it's a relationship. It's a relationship. And it's, they make you feel good. And then what a lot don't realize through that customer service thing, you keep a customer. You keep a customer. Because like I said, like I used with the business to business example, you might have a customer who can get your services or your product cheaper from someone else. But they feel good about you. They're like, oh, they made me feel good and everything. Like, I give you a great example. When I worked in a gym, when I worked at this gym back in the 90s, late 90s, and it was a small gym. And we were surrounded, even by gyms that were within the network of gyms. It was a company. It was a large company. There were better gyms than ours, like literally down the street. Within the company, there were better gyms in the area, but people liked us. People actually tried out some of those other gyms. They would come to us, and then we didn't have the same. I mean, it was a small place. It was a small place. We didn't have the same equipment that some of the other gyms had. We didn't have the same amenities. It was a small place, but people loved our gym, and they said specifically because of the relationship. As soon as they walked into the gym, they, we knew their names. They didn't have to break out their scan cards or anything, or, they didn't have to even tell us the name. We already knew how many towels they would use. As soon as they walk in, we like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? We knew names. We just put it in as soon as they walked through the door. And that was a thing. And that's our little thing. That's how we were able to do stuff. It's the relationships. I know a gentleman now who's a car salesman. He's a rookie car salesman, but he's already on the path to becoming a master car salesman. He's just starting in this business. But what he do is establish a relationship with the customers. He's real friendly to them, like in sales, like a truly good salesman, old woman, salesperson. Let me be politically correct. A really good salesperson, they establish a relationship with a potential client. I'll give you an example. Okay, y'all know I've had 1,000 jobs. And I've mentioned before that I've worked as a merchandiser at a major department store. Now, I remember one time, I'm working in the men's department. I was in charge of merchandise in the men's section. And so, but we had a sales manager in there. And it was a clinic he gave. He basically gave a clinic on how to get a customer to buy a whole lot. There was a gentleman who came in. And this gentleman, all he wanted was just a blazer. That's all he wanted. Just a simple blazer. After this salesman started talking with him, got him nice and friendly. This gentleman, instead of buying this blazer, which was on sale for like $79 or something, spent about over $1,000. And how did he do that? I watched how the salesman did it. All he did was they just get talking. They weren't even halfway talking about the clothes. They were talking about a lot of personal stuff and everything. And then the salesman was like, check this out. Let me get an outfit for you here. This gentleman came in for one blazer. He got a couple more blazers, a suit, some shoes, some socks to match that shirts, neckties. Oh, man. But it was because of the relationship. Like if you look at really good salespeople, they establish a relationship with their customers. But that's relationships. And even if you're not having like commission sales like that, even if you have, like, say you have a service that you provide to people, say that you're a plumber or somebody who does something, a painter or something, it's the relationship you establish with the person. Because here's something else with that. Okay, say you're a painter. You're a very good painter. You get a customer and you're friendly with them. You're doing well. You make them feel good. You establish that relationship. They'll advertise for you. They will advertise for you. They will say, hey, recommend this. Because I'm going to tell you what, too, and I need to do a podcast on this. The best way to get repeat customers or expand your customer business is have the customers do it for you. Have them do it. They'll sell your book. Yeah, sell your books. When I say sell your book, because I was thinking about my own self. I haven't paid one penny in advertisement for my book, Nice Guys and Players. When it first came out, I ain't paid one penny. It's sold primarily through word of mouth. And then when people reach out to me, I was like, hey, how you doing? Because even now, when people hit me up privately, I've had several people be surprised that I respond. They were like, wow, you respond. Oh, wow, that was quick. Customer service, that's a relationship. Yeah, it's over online, but it's real quick. It's real quick. Now, I'll be honest. Sometimes the relationship might not be good for whatever reason, but usually because, somebody might be a little annoying. But that's me. But in general... you got to think it's a relationship. You're making a connection, whether it's with a customer, whether it's with another business. That's the very important thing. Ultimately, everything is relationships. When I talk about, people don't realize when I'm talking about male-female relationships, that's just a subset of overall interacting with people. And you have to be good at relationships to really, really make it through life one way or the other. There's no way around it. You got to establish that relationship. Even in this age where they got AI and everything, at some point you got to deal with people. So, anyway, y'all know what's up. Let's go make that money.